I am a gym beginner because I've been training in the gym since the past 2.5 years. But there is this one guy who has been training in my gym since the past 6 months, and he comes up to me and asks for support. The exercise which he was going to perform was standing dumbbell bicep curls. So he takes 10 kg dumbbells in each hand and starts performing the dumbbell bicep curls in a supinated position. But he assumes that I will give him support since the very first rep. But I had to explain to him that the support is given when you take the sets to failure, especially the last few reps, so that you can perform the exercise safely. Assume that a guy can perform 12 reps on standing dumbbell bicep curls, but he can take the set to failure on the 14th rep. So assuming that he has a spotter, the spotter supports him during the 13th and the 14th rep. This support ensures that a set can be taken to failure and also sometimes beyond failure. But I feel that a beginner like me should stick to straight sets of 10 to 12 reps and not necessarily take every set to failure because it can hamper the recovery. That person in the gym who was asking me for support was performing the exercise incorrectly. He was performing the exercise in the supinated position and half repping the reps like this. I do agree that in the most stretched position of a dumbbell bicep curl, the torque in this position is zero because the length of the moment arm is very less. But there is evidence which proves that stretch is the most hypertrophic portion of any exercise. But again, it depends whether the exercise biases the lengthened position or the shortened position. But always perform every exercise in the full range of motion. Stop half repping the reps and ego lifting on exercises. So the supinated dumbbell curl is performed like this in a full range of motion. Also, you can perform dumbbell bicep curls in the pronated to the supinated position like this. Also make sure to incorporate full range of motion. Since the dumbbell bicep curls biases the mid-range and the shortened position, you can add dumbbell preacher curls to bias the lengthened position. Dumbbell preacher curls biases the mid-range and the lengthened position of the bicep. You can perform dumbbell preacher curls just by using a regular chair at home like this. Make sure to perform full range of motion on this exercise. Also use light weights on this exercise. Dumbbell preacher curls is one of the best exercises to bias the lengthened position of the bicep, but it's also one of the most riskiest exercise. The dumbbell preacher curls lowers the most stretched position where the internal moment arm is extremely less, which means that the tendon is the most weakest in this position. So make sure that you use light weights while performing the dumbbell preacher curls. Make sure you're not ego lifting on this exercise because you can definitely snap your bicep tendon. So you can progress in the dumbbell preacher curls like this. You can start with an extremely light weight. It's okay to use 3 kilos, 5 kilo dumbbell while performing strict dumbbell preacher curls, and you slowly, progressively overload to build up the tissue capacity so that you don't snap your goddamn tendons. So the take home message from this video is that you need to incorporate exercises that biases the lengthened, mid-range and the shortened position. It's always good to have variety. Incorporate full range of motion, stop half repping your weights, stop ego lifting, and slowly, progressively overload to build the tissue capacity so that you can perform every goddamn exercise safely. It's okay to ask for help when you're working out in the goddamn gym, and the gym bros will definitely help you out. Hope this message sinks in, and until then, peace out.
देखिए एक तो बेसिक ट्रिक है, एक तो लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए महाकाल का दबा के लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए 5000 लौटे दिख जाना चाहिए। ये 4000 के लिए मैं यहाँ पे नहीं खड़ा हूँ, पूरा साल मेहनत करता हूँ आपके लिए बेटा। ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा। लाइक ठोकी दबा के, लाइक ठोकिए। यहाँ पे देखिए ऐसा क्वेश्चन चुटकी बजाते